Well, hi, everybody. My name is Lindsay, and this is Jeff. And if you guys are new here, we're an age gap couple. And coming off of this Thanksgiving holiday, it's a reminder that it seems to be the little things that can slowly deteriorate a relationship. What do you think of that, Jeffrey?
Ooh, the holidays can be tough, and we had an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving, lots of family, lots of friends, and every step of the way, there was the potential for not really disaster, but like what Lindsay said, little annoyances that can deteriorate the relationship, grow over time, and become like this huge thing over what was originally nothing. And so our challenge to you is to not allow that to happen. If for no other reason, you've got enough stress already during the holidays. This should be a wonderful time with you and your partner, not a time for your relationship to deteriorate.
Growing up for me, there was not allowed to be one dish in the sink. As soon as you were done with the dish, you washed it and dried it and put it away, or you put it in the dishwasher. And when I moved in with Jeffrey, I realized that that was not one of his practices. And after having Thanksgiving at our house, there were a lot of dishwasher runs. There were a lot of dishes left in the sink. And it was just a reminder that it's okay, that it's a little inconvenient for me and it annoys me. But one thing that we've learned is all annoyance is self-annoyance. The only reason it annoys me is because I feel like it shouldn't be in the sink. But no one ever said it shouldn't be in the sink. That's just how I feel like things should be. And that's not a written rule.
Yeah, and what I think is super interesting about that is I grew up the exact same way. So the second I was on my own, it was no and hell no. If I want to leave a dish in the sink, who cares? It's not that big a deal. And again, what Lindsay said, all annoyance is self-annoyance. You can make the decision, you can make the choice to not be annoyed, not be aggravated, because it's a small issue. It's not a big deal. I can remember several years ago, I read this great book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And then in parentheses, it's all small stuff. Same is true in relationships. The cup in the sink, the hanger in the bathroom, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Over time is what builds up and deteriorates the relationship if either A, you allow it to, or if it is truly bothering you, you choose not to speak up about it.
A couple of months ago, I decided to take my niece and nephew and surprise my sister at her job at a restaurant that she works at. You know, in my mind, it was going to be this big, exciting thing. My sister hadn't seen them in a day or so, and it was going to be great. And we're sitting at dinner, and all hell breaks loose. There's screaming, there's crying, and this is a tiny restaurant. And so my first instinct is to run toward my niece and nephew who are sitting across from me and grab them. And once I realized they were safe, I quickly noticed that there was a man having a stroke or a seizure like right behind us. And as I watched his wife cry and just beg that he lives, I couldn't help but think later that night, do you really think in that moment or after she's thinking, man, I should have yelled at him for leaving that cup in the sink? No, she's probably thinking the opposite. Why did I yell at him for leaving that cup in the sink? Why was I sweating the small things? When you're faced with such a big issue, those small things quickly fade into the background.
Yeah, and I love that story and I love that reminder. I have been to more funerals or officiated more funerals than I care to count. I can assure you, not once has anyone stood up at the end of someone's life and during that memorial or celebration service said, you know what? There wasn't a single night in his entire life that he went to bed with a dirty dish in the sink. Like, it just does not happen. And again, these are small things. These are aggravations. These are annoyances that if you allow them to, will deteriorate the relationship over time. So either deal with them directly in a kind and gentle manner, or make the conscious choice to let it go, because you're after the big picture. You're after, intimacy and closeness and partnership. And if they have a different opinion about where, a dish should go at the end of the day, or a different opinion, and we're going to talk about this. She keeps avoiding it. A different opinion about, how the bathroom should be left after you get dressed in the morning. Again, it's not that big of a deal. It's simply a matter of personal preference. So what happens when you get dressed every morning, Linda May?
I typically will wear something that needs to be hung up, and after I put it on, I will leave the hanger hanging in the bathroom.
Yeah, every single time. And, there's a part of me is like, couldn't she just put it away once? But it's a reminder that she's there. And it's a reminder that she is important in my life and important in my world. I'm not going to get hung up on it. It's not a big deal for me to put the hanger in the closet or, throw it away. She said to me, oh, yeah, well, I've always done that. As if that makes it okay. So this is another example. We bring things from our childhood, bring things from our family of origin, and just sort of expect that standard is the standard for our partner. And it may or may not be.
Well, I hope you guys found this useful. Just a reminder, don't sweat the small things, and that can apply with your partner or friends, family members. It doesn't matter. Think big picture. We would rather be right most of the time than happy. And you should flip that, and you should prefer to be happy over right. So don't sweat the small things.
And if you need someone to vent to over a small thing in your relationship, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'll be happy to hear your hanger stories, your dirty dish stories, whatever you need to get off your chest so that you can let it go and move forward in your life and in your relationship.
If you're not subscribed or if you haven't liked yet, that is a small thing that you should sweat. So like and subscribe.
That's good.
Have a great day.